Hi, Lisa here with Greenhook Studio, and in this video I want to demonstrate how I use fly stitch to make 3 different face styles on Amigurumi. All you'll need for this tutorial is a needle, some scissors, and some black thread, or the color of your choice. So gather your supplies and something to sew on, and let's get to it. The first face I'm going to demonstrate is the smiley eyes version. So we're going to first do the mouth. We're going to pick where we want that to go on our piece. And I'm going to go in 1 and then out about 2 stitches apart. Pull it across, but leave a little bit of a tail that we will use to tie that off when we're finished. Then we're going to go back in the first hole, but then we're going to bring our needle out 1 row below in between these 2 spots. So you're going to go back in and out, and we're going to catch this by pulling this over, basically over top of it, so that it can't go back up to its row where it was across here. It's going to have to get tacked down here. So we came out this hole that was in between on the row below, and we're going to go back in the same spot. This time when I come back out, I'm going to come up where I want the eye to be. I like to use the mouth to center the eyes. I'm going to do my eyes just over from the mouth 2 rows up. So I'm going to stick the needle back in that same hole that I came out in just a moment ago, and I'm going to go up to where I want my eye to be. I want my eye to be right here. And I'm going to hold this down with my thumb so that it stays where I want it to be. There. And then I'm going to do the same thing here on top of this for the eye. I'm just going to reverse it. My fly stitch is going to go arching upward. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches and go in here, and then I'm going to come back out 1 row up in between these 2 entry points to make another fly stitch upside down. Up here, go back in that same hole I just came out of, and I'm going to go across to where I want my other eye to be, right here. So it's again centered on the mouth, evenly spaced from this eye. Hold this in place while you pull the piece tight. And then we're going to repeat this on this side. So I'm going to skip these 2 stitches, go in here, and come up in the center in the row above. Catch this to pull this tight. And then what I like to do to finish it off is I go back in this hole to finish the fly stitch, but I'm going to come back over here so that I can tie my knots. So I'm going to come back in this same hole where I started the very first fly stitch and pull it across. And then I will tie these 2 pieces together to lock everything in place. Just make 2 knots. I usually do basically a square knot. Doesn't matter too much. Then you can just hide these ends. If you can thread them easily. There we go. Inside the head. Just push them back in through. And that'll pop that knot through. And then I like to use my needle to kind of pull it back out and shape it. I'll trim that end. And then again, use the needle. I can pop that end in, and there is my smiley, happy octopus. Now, if you want the eyes to look sleepy, we will do it so that the eyes are downward. So I'm going to demonstrate that now a little bit more quickly. All right, so we pick where we want our mouth and bring that across. Do our fly stitch. Now this time, I'm going to go up a little bit higher because I'm going to make my eyes go downward. So the previous one I started here, this one I'm going to start up here so that my eyes go down. Pull my fly stitch tight. Now this time, I'm going to go across, but then I'm going to go down under here, so it's going to match this one. They're all 3 fly stitches are going to be going the same direction on this one. So then I go across to where I want my other one to be. Okay, then one more fly stitch on this side. So I skip 2, go in here and come out in the center in the row below, but I want to catch it. Okay, then this again will go in that same hole, then we'll go out where we started. Okay, there's our sleepy eyes octopus. And again, I will tie these. Sometimes I leave that one threaded and just tie this way. And then I can thread this one in with the other if it will go. It does not want to go. So I'm going to use my little cheat here. Because I can't find my threader. There we go. And then I will stick this back in through, just like the previous one. Same, go again back through the same hole so that I can hide inside, if it will come through. Sometimes it takes an extra little tug to get the knot to come all the way through in the front and hide. So we trim, and then we hide this. You can poke it if you need to. There we go. And there is a sleepy octopus and a happy octopus. Here is one more version of the eyes that I would like to show you. We will do these very, very similarly, but with one little twist. Again, we just need a length of string here. You can use thread, you can use yarn, you can use any color for your project. So we'll start with the mouth. Again, we leave this tail. Do our fly stitch down. And come up. May have to push on it a little to get it where you want. Okay, let's see, is this where I want it? Sometimes you got to compare and decide if it's the right spot. I think I would like it to be one inward. So I will just go back in and out where I want it to be. No reason to unthread my needle. Okay, so there's where I want it to be. This time, instead of going just 2 stitches over, I'm going to go basically 3 stitches. I'm going to have 2 holes in between. So this is, say this is hole 1, I want it to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 little holes, because I'll use 2 of those holes to create the other piece of the eye. So again, I go over, and then I'm going to go up to the next row and come out in the center for this slightly wider fly stitch instead of coming in here like we usually would. Then when I go back down, I'm going to come out down here in the row that I started in so that I can do one little stitch across right here to make the eye. So I'll come back, so I'll go in here, and then I'll come out where I'm going to start the other eye. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to make sure that I have enough spaces skipped. So 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, up in the center in the row above, under to create the fly stitch, pull that up. Then I will come back down in the same hole, down right here to in the center of this eye, back in this hole to make this eye line here, and then I'll come out here at our original entry so that I can tie it off just like all the others. Come back out. Oh, look at that happy little guy. Okay, tie these and hide it just like the others. All right, there we have it. We have 3 different styles of face using fly stitch. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you will check out more videos on my channel to learn more crochet tips and tricks as well as full patterns. I do have a few patterns, including a taco keychain, a watermelon keychain, a basic owl, and the full make of these little octopi. So you can check those out. I will link those. I would love to see other items of mine that you've made or share what you've made with me. Tag me on the socials at greenhookstudio. Happy crocheting!